Okay, so here is Woe saying, when you sign a deal, do they provide you with a team or just the money to hire a team? So
I don't know if they, yeah,
a lot of these contract questions are. I mean, it depends on the deal. It depends on how they operate. They could hire you a team, but generally that's what like the advance is. I mean, the advance is money they're giving you to do what you need to do to get the record made.
yeah. For the most part, they're not hiring you a team. I think for the most part, you're hiring your own team. Again, like when we work with Niall, like he had a record deal with like, Atlantic Records or wherever record label out there, but they weren't like paying him for having a team. They were taking care of the music distribution for his album and the promotion and the press and the things of that nature, but they weren't like paying for his like tour manager or his band or anything along those lines. It's like he was still responsible for his own social media and all that kind of stuff, which is why we're saying, like, even if you sign a record deal, you need to have your business in place because you're still running your business. And they might be able to again connect you with certain people, or they might have producers that want you to work with for the album. But record labels are about record,
Product,
like
the
records and
record.
distribute
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
That's what they're doing. That's what they do. In the old days, it made complete sense because distributing your music wasn't something that you could do yourself. You had to go through a record label because they had contacts at distribution companies and they did all the promotions and they arranged for the signings at certain record stores and all that kind of stuff. So like again, 20 before digital music came along, record deal labels did a lot of work and did a lot of things. But once digital came around, like the primary function of a music company or a record label, the distribution aspect isn't necessarily something you need to hire them to do anymore. And that's one of the major drawbacks of record deals. It's like, especially when you're talking about like an indie label that is just doing distribution for you, like most indie labels, you can go out to an aggregator and do that. Now we run a record label. And so, we do a lot of distribution and stuff ourselves, but we are also part of our members' team. So we do put a lot of time into, administering the catalog, working for them, helping them out, and really putting an extra effort in there because the genre that we work in video game soundtracks is difficult and it's complex and it's not just traditional music. So there's a lot of time that we spend working on our label and helping and working with our partners. But that's what that genre requires. Major labels, again, they probably have teams and things that they're doing and working with you, but all that kind of stuff costs you money. And that's the other aspect of it too. So if they're promoting your album, if they're marketing, like you want to make sure that you're watching what they're spending and monitoring that. Like how did Jared Leto get in debt millions of dollars? Because his label could work indiscriminately and spend money on promotion and marketing and whatnot. If he's not making that money back from his record sales and whatever, then he's in debt to them for that money. Like he didn't spend $3 million on recording an album. He spent, I'm sure spent $3 million on marketing it and promotion because that's how much money PR and advertising and that kind of stuff costs. And the record label, is entitled to that money back if you allow them, to spend it. So you're not going to be getting what I would say a full team working for you. You're going to have your own team. And, again, I don't think they might supply you again stuff related to the distribution. But it also depends on the label. Independent labels, you're not getting anything. I would say major labels, if they have like publishing divisions and all that kind of stuff, you might find people that are working for you in those areas. But again, that's why it's important to ask them.
And the other thing to understand is that because the deals are structured the way they are, they don't need you to succeed. They're hedging their bets across many acts. So if they get 2 or 3 successful acts, they're good. But if your record doesn't sell, it's like they gave you an advance and they'll recoup on that advance and then they'll walk away and it'll be okay. They need to make money somewhere, but they don't need to make money from you necessarily. So they're not going to invest that much money in you, because they don't need you to succeed. They need some of their acts to succeed.
Yeah, and that's one of the main reasons why they want to own your music for, because if they don't recoup, they want to own that music forever because mathematically speaking, at some point in time, eventually they're going to make that money back, even if it takes them 20 years to recoup from selling your music for 20 years and keeping all the profits from it. Though it's a mathematics thing. It's eventually at some point in time, that equation is going to balance out most likely. Thanks for watching. If you're truly serious about building a professional music career, then I recommend learning how to be successful by watching our video, How DIY Musicians Become and Stay Successful. You can find the link for it in the description below. It's filled with great information, and we even give you a free gift for watching. So you really can't go wrong. Anyway, check it out today, and please don't forget to subscribe.